Hi, I'm just hijacking the start before we get into the video, because if you go into the description box down below, folks, you're going to see a link to iTunes and to Spotify. And that's because this amazing tune that you can hear raging on in the background is available to purchase on those platforms. It's about 99 cents or something, and please go purchase it because 75% of the profits from this are going to charity. It's going to go towards Zack Snyder's suicide prevention charity, so it'll be for a really, really good cause. So if you want this stuck in your head for the rest of eternity, please go to one of the links in the description box down below, either iTunes or Spotify. It is available on some others, but they're the big boys. And go and purchase it and help out a worthy cause. Now I'm going to lose some brain cells reviewing the latest episode of Batwoman, which, by the way, was absolutely sharp. Hi everyone, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface with my second review of this week's Batwoman episode, because I just recorded a 35-minute long video, and then when I went to edit it, no sound! No sound. For some reason, the microphone had decided to put itself into default mode instead of XLR mode, because there was a Windows update yesterday just as I went to bed, so it probably went, hey, let's mess around with this setting for no reason. Thank you. Thank you, Microsoft. So now I'm looking, I can see the microphone working. Let's have a second attempt at going through this absolute piece of... Was this the worst episode of... How many times do I have to open with this? Was this the worst episode of Batwoman I've watched to date? Quite possibly. It was boring. It was pathetic. There was so much exposition which told us stuff we already knew. Because the show had already given plenty of flashbacks and hints and whatever, that it wasn't that difficult to work out what was going on. All we needed from, let's say, the part with Alice and her new boyfriend was, why have they lost their memories? But no, we couldn't get that. We had to get the whole story. How they met, how they fell in love, how Sophia got jealous. We know! We already fucking know this! And it went on and on. These weren't short scenes. They were like 7-minute chunks. And then this Kryptonian poisoning, which Ryan has got, which I don't know, just does whatever it fucking wants every now and again. Oh. And there were more lesbians in this episode than I've ever met in my life. In my life. Oh, I think there's 6.5 in this week's. I'm giving Mary a half because Mary has never shown any interest in men whatsoever. However, she's shown plenty of interest in Kate. Everything's about Kate. Kate. I know Kate's a half sister, but there's no blood there. And, no, in this show, they'd just fucking scissor them anyway. Right, let's get into it. Let's get into the shit. So it starts off in the Batcave, where Ryan is having an episode due to her Kryptonian poisoning. And look, oh my God, it's going up her neck and it goes into her brainsies. Her eyes turn green. Oh my God, has she got superpowers? Yes, she's got the superpower to be a massive twat for the rest of the episode. we get a quick flash. We get a quick flash of her shanking Alice. Ah, I'ma shank you. Oh, what's going on there? Is this a premonition? No, it's just a vision that we're going to see later in the episode, so why show it now? Absolutely irrelevant. Stay tuned, folks. Ryan's going to hallucinate about killing Alice. So fucking what? Oh my God. This woman with Alice is meant to be Sophia's greatest assassin, yeah? Bestest assassin ever. However, she falls for a trap like an absolute rookie. But the reason why she has to fall for the trap... This is... Right, do you know something? This assassin represents us as an audience. Do you know why? Because Alice drags her down some shitty hallway, let's just call it the CW offices, and then chains us up as she just spouts off exposition for the next 15 minutes. Stop it. I can't get away. I know you can't. I know you can't. You're going to stay here and listen to this shitty exposition. No escape for you, please. No. Oh, so she shows Ocean's dead body, which isn't Ocean because it's a dead person with an ass mask on. And she's like, "Ooh, very clever." And then Alice just knocks her out and then chains her up. Dougray Scott and Sophie are having a conversation. Sophie's just like, "Holy shit. My role in season 2 is diminished to fuck. I have nothing to do. I have no plots to really go down. I've no characters to really bounce off. Why am I still here? Just to suffer, Sophie, like the rest of us." So they're like, we've worked out that the villain from last week's episode was working for a dummy corporation that was set up through Hamilton Dynamics, or whatever the hell that's called, through Catherine, his ex-dead wife, who just, whenever they need her to be a villain, they need her to be a villain. But then later in the episode, they want to portray her as sympathetic when it came to Alice. So which is it? Is she a twat or is she nice? Ay. So they're like, we've got a building. We know where this location is. Let's go. It looked like after they said, "Let's go," and the scene ended, Dougray Scott then turned around and said, "Actually, folks, go on a 2-week fucking vacation." Because we don't see what happens after this for another 35 minutes. Just did they walk there? "Sir, should we take the SUVs? It'll take us about 5 minutes." "Nah! Let's have a walk! There's a beautiful fresh air tonight. It's ambient temperature for this time of year. Let's burn off some calories. We just had a big lunch." And Sophie's just like, "I'm too hot for this show." And I'm just like, "Yes, you are, Sophie. Yes, you are." So Assassin is chained up. And Alice is asking about, why can't I remember Ocean? And then Assassin is like, "Do you want me to tell you the story from the beginning?" No, don't fucking do that at all, because we already know it from the flashbacks that we've had in previous episodes. Just tell us why she can't remember him. No, let's bore the shit out of all of you. Let's bore you with a 7-minute scene of stuff you already know. By the way, that is clearly an electric lamp behind them, right? Clearly, you can see the bulb of the electric lamp. This island has no electricity. This island has no electricity. Yes, it fucking does, because there's an electric lamp. You lying twat. Okay, so, she's like, you met Sophia. We know. We know. Sophia took an interest in you because she's a creepy lesbian. And I'm not saying that to be nasty, because the moral of this episode is lesbians are jealous psychopaths. That even if you're straight, you should bend to the will of the lesbian instead. It's really quite weird. So Sophia starts dabbing her down. And she's like, what are you doing? She's been, I've been captured for 11 years. Okay, whatever. Whatever. Oh, don't press that button. Jesus Christ, I'd get a brain aneurysm. And she's like, okay, great. You've been locked up for 11 years. Now you are free on the island of the lesbicans. It goes on, and nothing is being said that we don't know. Then you met Ocean. Oh, really? Okay. So, you know, we meet up with Mr. Slightly Ethnic Man, who's very unassuming and doesn't display much masculinity because that's problematic, as we already know. And we already know this, so why are we going through this again? Anyone care to explain? No? Okay. She takes quite a fancy to him by the looks of it. We already know this. You showed us in a previous episode. Why are you wasting us time? Because this is like a recap episode. Back at the cave, Ryan is on this gurney in her jeans and a black top. Meanwhile, Dom and Spasmo are having a conversation about the poisoning and we need the Desert Rose to save her and yada, yada, yada. While they're doing that, Ryan somehow gets up, puts on the bat suit. Yes, changes into the bat suit, gets into the Batmobile. We got to figure a different name for that. Twatmobile. There you go. Gets into the Twatmobile and vanishes. Bye. Oh my God. Gone. Brum brum. Escapes the cave. You didn't think to strap her down with this poisoning and no. The way that she's flailing, you know, when a patient is flailing around because of the pain, that's when you strap them down, right? It's not to do anything nasty. It's to prevent them from hurting themselves and others. But because you're a doctor in training and shit, you didn't think to do that. And obviously, if you did that, plot couldn't happen. So don't go down a commonsensical avenue when you can just do stupidity. Because the writer looks a bit like this. Ay, ay, ay. More exposition for no reason. So Sophia, she didn't like me, or she ended up casting us out because we fell in love. No, it's because you hated each other. What? Then we have a scene where they're fighting and they clearly love it. They're clearly like, oh God, I could do with some cock. And he's just like, well, I'm a very unassuming, non-threatening, ethnic male. So I can't make any advances towards you at all. You, as the woman, must be the aggressor. Otherwise, 'tis grape. God, just one set of testicles for a guy in this season, I beg you. One. So they're like, you know, oh my God, oh, gonna fightsy poos, but it's all a bit, ooh, it's a bit sexy time. Ooh, I could do with rubbing my giny up against your kook. I'm gonna do a thing. Okay. There's more to life than this island. Oh, nobody cares. Who could possibly care what you're fucking going on about? This is a flashback sequence. We know what's happened to Alice in the first season. We know what's going on with Alice in the second season. This is a waste of everybody's time. It doesn't fill in any holes we don't know. Fuck off. So Ryan is now Batwomaned up in the car and she's having hallucinations of a dead mum. And then she's having hallucinations of playing with her dead mum's hair. And then suddenly her dead mum's hair is full of blood. And then her face is full of blood. And she's just like, Mum, what's going on? And it's like, you're having a hallucination. That's what's going on. The twins are... I'm pretty sure, by the way, that Luke says she's going 90 miles an hour. And it shows 85. It shows 85 here. She's gone 90 miles an hour. No, it's 85. It's right there in front of you. So they're tracking the Batmobile. She turns up at her ex-girlfriend's house. We're going to do a lesbian count in a minute. Okay? We're going to do a lesbian count of this episode. I think this episode sets a new record for lesbians. So she turns up at her ex-girlfriend's house and her ex-girlfriend's like, who are you? You can clearly tell it's fucking your ex-girlfriend, you dipshit. She's right in front of you. And she's like, I need to know where Ocean is. And then her ex-girlfriend's new girlfriend comes in. Oh my God. So this week we have on Lesbian Watch, we have Batwoman, we have Sophia, we have Sophia's lesbian pirate assassin. Jesus. That's what she calls her. Alice calls her. We have Sophie. We have Batwoman's ex-girlfriend. We have Batwoman's ex-girlfriend's new girlfriend. And then I'm probably going to give half to Mary, because Mary just, like, you know, never shows any interest in dudes. So she's probably interested in a little bit. You know, she'll try. She'll try before she buys. So let's go with 6.5. Woo! That's pretty good. Oh my God, I'm only 5 minutes in. What? No, I'm not. Never mind, I'm moving on. So she's like, honey, you gonna come back into bed or something? I'm dressed up in a stupid fucking onesie and I've got some booze and coke. And then ex-girlfriend tells Batwoman where Ocean is and then smacks her in the head and knocks her off the balcony and she lands on a car. Because it's Batwoman and she's a drug dealer. Why not? Why not? The next thing. Oh, God. Fuck this scene, right? So the next thing. There's probably a commercial break there. We come back. There is a police spotlight shining down on this alleyway. This is the Gotham City Police Department. Hey, nice to see ya. Hi, it's nice to see you. Haven't seen you in, I don't know, 15 episodes. Nice to see you. How you doing? You all right? You doing all right? You doing good? Oh, great. Okay. Get a bit pissed of all the crows running through your building to use the bat signal. I know. I bet it gets annoying. Why don't they just move it to the top of the crows' building? I don't know either. I don't know either. What do I know? What do I know? So, Luke and Mary, the Tassel twins, have tracked down the Batmobile. They grab Batwoman's body and they dump it in the back of Luke's SUV. The police, who are shining a light right on them because there's a helicopter above, are saying, leave the body alone and give yourselves up. Luke says, drive the SUV back to the cave. I'll drive the Batmobile back. Mary, selfish, narcissistical, self-absorbed, spoiled little rich bitch who apparently has millions of followers on social media, says, no. You drive your SUV. It's yours. I'm gonna drive the Batmobile. You've never driven the Batmobile. Neither have you. Luke has been working with Batman, then the first Batwoman, and now the second Batwoman. He's worked for years with them before you even got involved, you snotty little bitch. So when he says drive the SUV back and I'll take care of the car, drive the fucking SUV back and leave the fucking Batmobile alone. But no, because that would mean we put a man in the Batmobile who's not a villain. Oh my God. I hate these people. I hate them. I do. There is nothing likable about this bitch. There's nothing likable about this absolute soy-based piece of shite here. These are not likable characters. Oh. This video is going to go way longer than my first video. It's gone out of control. So Luke, of course, defers to Mary because he's a little bitch pussy. Mary's just like, oh my God, Batmobile time. Oh my God. Oh my God, bitching. Click, Instagram follow. Probably. You should probably post it on social media. But then I need to go and try and find another backstreet abortion clinic because actually I'm really caring. No, you're not. You're a selfish cow. You've always been a selfish cow. It never made any sense that you had a backstreet abortion clinic. Never. Never once. It's like two completely different characters that the show should have had. You, spoiled little rich bitch, and another person who actually wanted to help people. Budget, I guess. Jesus Christ. So, Javicia Leslie is now in full on, I gotta move on. I'm only 15 minutes through the episode, and I'm 25 minutes nearly through the video. Crap in a hell. So now she's having a full on hallucination. And she hallucinates Alice in her apartment, her old apartment, and some henchmen, and she just kicks the henchmen in with no problem, because obviously why not? And then we see her shanking Alice, like we saw right at the beginning. So what did they do that for? That was just useless, really, wasn't it? Yes, it was. Meanwhile, back at the cage, Prick Deer and Dick Fuck are working out what to do next. And she says, don't worry, I've just suddenly got hold of some equipment from some place, somewhere that does something which is going to help us for some reason. How? Why? What? No. Don't need to know any of that stuff. We've just suddenly got some. Really? Why didn't you do this before? Uh-huh. I hate this show. I hate this show. I hope this does the worst rating by a mile because it's dog shit. That is the thumbnail of the video. And in actual fact, wait, click. That is the greatest thumbnail to ever exist. Luke just asked her exactly what I just said. And she's like, Oh, God. Meanwhile, back at El Ranchero de Lesbian. Do you want to know more story? No, I don't give a fuck. Too tough. You're going to get more story now. We're going to tell you about how Rose of Desert created. Don't care. Don't care. It just fucking works. We just know it works. That's all we need to know. We don't need to know how it fucking came about. So, Sophia, in this non-electrical place with electric lamps outside. And this electric lamp here, in this non-electrical place. She says, I will tell you story of Desert Rose. A bunch of women were being abused by the husbands. Of course they were. Men are so bad. Men badsies. Naughty man as you naughty man. Slap hand. Because that's all men do. We just go around graping and abusing women. Telling them to smile when they're miserable. Oh my God. There's a group of women being abused by husbands. They escape and find island to start new life by scissoring each other and creating life that way, even though that's impossible because two women can't create child. But then the nasty men came on boats to the island to reclaim their women. But by then the women had trained themselves into a force of warriors. What? Have you seen? I mean, no offense. Have you seen fucking rich white women or just white housewives? You know, the only thing that they're going to organize is which fucking catalog to put on which fucking catalog on the fucking coffee table. They're not going to organize themselves into some militaristic army. But they do. And they fight hard and they knock men back and men retreat. Of course, of course. Nothing like a good bit of medieval wokeness, intersectional feminism. You go, girls. Oh my God, you're so amazeballs. But a lot of women die on battlefield and bleed. And out of blood grow desert rose. Desert rose need blood to exist. So, I don't care. All I know is it's a Jesus drug. Because apparently these women that died were fucking Jesus of Nazareth. And out of the woman's dead body, a flower rose that could cure every ill because I'm a woman. Oh my God. Worst episode ever. Oh, yeah, talky, shutty, fucky, uppy. And this, by the way, goes on for hours. and hours and hours, and my brain is falling apart. Now then, hello, remember us? Remember us? Yes. We were talking at the beginning of the episode, and then you never saw us for another 30 odd minutes. So they turn up at this dummy corporation, which is part of Catherine's, Hamilton's, Academical's, whatever. Dougray Scott finds out that Sophie knew about the backstreet abortion clinic. And then they find all of the researchers, including the villain doctor from last week, all dead. All dead. And playing on the screen behind them is the opening scene from last week's episode where the old Giffer died. Sophie, because Sophie's such a sharp tool. Yes, that's sarcasm. She's as sharp as a fucking butter knife. Says, well, it looks like they rigged it all up and killed themselves and tested it on themselves and they all died. Have you seen how there's like blood everywhere, but they all seem to be very pacified in their seats? The spray patterns don't seem to match any of the way that they're positioned. But you just think they all hooked. Okay, whatever. You stupid cow. Meanwhile, back at El Rancho de Lesbicanos, Mary's giving it some beans. So they're now searching the guy's office and they find the map, but the map has been burnt. And it's best you stop digging, Sophia. So Sophia's people got here first, and they set them all up to the gurneys, and they all killed them. And God, back at El Rancho de Lesbicano Part 10. Unassuming, unoffensive, slightly ethnic male is sat down while domineering, stronger woman comes up and says, give us cock. And he's like, I have a rose. I save rose. I sell it. I make money. I travel world. And she's like, fuck that. Give me cock. So she straddles him and they kissy poo because they hate each other that much. We already knew they fucking loved each other, you dickwad. This wasn't a reveal. This wasn't a reveal. We'd already seen them snog in flashbacks in previous episodes. We'd already seen them last week getting all a bit with each other. Who the fuck wrote this shit? You ain't got a clue what you're doing. You ain't got a clue. So lesbian assassin grasses her up to Sophia. Oh, yeah. Here's a great way to advance plot. Sophie, hi, Mary. The map is gone. Sophia's guys got here first. I'm so sorry, Mary. You should call your dad. Oh, this is how we advance plot on a TV show. Oh my god, this is so shit. Batwoman's just like, oh my god, I am a Mario. I've got to go find the Desert Rose. Oh, what? I can't remember why Mary cried, but all I can remember from this scene is it was shit. It was shit. And there was no reason for Mary to cry. It was trash. Crocodile tears, though, so it's okay. Oh, no! Back at El Rancho de Lesbico Part 10! Sophia has now had unassuming, unoffensive, slightly ethnic male And Alice brought in front of her, and she's just like, you are trying to steal the rose. This is our livelihood on the island. Without the rose, we die. And he's just like, this isn't about the rose. This is about the fact that Alice wants my kook, but you want a scissor, and you're mad. And do you know something? He's right. He's right. Lesbian number one, I don't know what lesbian you are, probably lesbian number 6, right, is mad because she wants to scissor Alice, but Alice wants unassuming, inoffensive, slightly ethnic males dick. I wish I'd brought some water before this rant. So the moral of the story is lesbians are jealous psychopaths. This one grassed them up, knowing that she'd get into trouble, and this one's mad because she ain't going to get to scissor what she wants to scissor. Great message. You know, I mean, admittedly, it continues your theme of the people, the lesbians that you have in your show are awful, horrible people, but maybe that's just because the people that write the show, people involved in the show, are awful, horrible people, and they don't know how to write, you know, decent characters. This is by the by. Oh, dear. So they say, right, we're now going to get a hypnotist to make you forget each other, because I'm such a jealous psycho lesbian. And also, we're going to use the hypnotist to force Alice in Wonderland persona. So Alice wasn't technically bad, are we saying? But it's the hypnotist that made her bad because of the brainwashing. Oh, fuck out of here. just get out of here. Get out of here. So she frees the assassin woman. That's another really good thumbnail. She frees the assassin woman and says, I'll be back to get, you know, to see Sophia, to get Kate, to kill Kate. Oh fuck, I don't give a fuck. Who gives a fuck? Who could possibly give a fuck? Batwoman is on top of a roof looking at a building, and the building's absolutely 100% correct that she's looking at. Yes. Congratulations. The thing that you looked at immediately is the building that you need to go to. What a coincidence. Fuck this shit. Alice goes to unassuming, inoffensive, slightly ethnic male and says, hey, I'm going to go see Sophia now and get Kate so I can finish and enact my revenge on Kate. But isn't the whole point of your personality as Alice that you were brainwashed? So that's not actually how you really want to feel? Oh, fuck this show. And she's like, unless there's any reason that, you know, I should stay. And he's like, nah. I'm off to live the high life. See you later. I think Luke is bringing takeaway back. Because Luke's the bitch. Hey, Luke, put the kettle on, you little bitch. Oh, Luke, I'm hungry. Can you go out and get us some Chinese? You little bitch. So he goes and gets the takeaway because he's the bitch of the group. And then they're just like, oh my God, have we found something? I don't care. Ryan finds Alice in that building and then suddenly decides to take her helmet off and show Alice who she is. And then she's like, you killed my mum. But before she does, there was actually a funny there was actually a funny, because Alice says, are you the real Batwoman? Because there seems to be so many people in the costume nowadays, I just can't keep track. I laughed. Because it's true. I laughed. It's Julia, it's Kate Kane, it's this fucking fraud. Sorry, my bad. This racist fraud. My whole body just wants to die. So they have a fight. Alice kicks the shit out of her, and then suddenly she doesn't. Because that's how fights go. Batwoman is about to choke Alice to death. And then her mum just appears in a vision again. Because she has hallucinations when the plot requires them. Otherwise, she seems absolutely fine. And her mum is just like, I didn't raise no murderer. I don't know. I don't know. She was running around with drug dealers. She was fucking a drug dealer. She was hanging around with serial killers and mob enforcement hitmen who knew her by name. I'm reckoning she was 2 steps away from being it, mummy. Oh, I'm sorry, fake mummy. I'm sorry, fake hallucination money. Sophie's just like, do my tits look big in this? And I'm just like, not bad. Not bad. Gray Scott's drinking himself to death because he's on this show. Alice goes off to Lesbian Island to get Kate. And Javicia Leslie's just like, hey, I stuck a tracker in her boot, so now we can follow her to Lesbian Island numero uno, where we can get the Desert Rose and I might scissor a few people because everyone's a lesbian. And then they're just like, yay, the show's over. Absolute trash. Nearly, wow. Sorry, I just realized what the time was. Wow. Trash. Oh, well. Can't wait for the ratings. I can't see how the ratings could possibly go up. I can't. There was a week off. The Grammys are on. This was complete dog shit. I have no idea. No idea how the ratings might go up, but you never know. You know, God knows what happens with this show. But there you go. Batwoman. What an absolute piece of crap. Hope you enjoyed the vid. If you did, do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. Follow me on social media and YouTube for live streaming. Links are in the description box down below. I'll be back with some more stuff very soon. You take care. Bye for now.